Hey folks, this video is a quick one about how to solve a fault codes in video title. This car came to me as a no-runner and has been on at least one workshop before me. I'll try to use as easy words as possible, so hopefully everyone will find it easy to tag along. This was actually a quite quick job, so I just snapped a few pictures on the way and feel like sharing with you guys. The customer said that the other workshop suspected that the engine ECU itself is broken. And when I opened the hood on the car, I saw that no one has been checking out the wiring loom for the engine. I know on other Opel cars from this generation that the wiring is both thin and fragile for vibrations and moving. So it felt logic for me to start there regarding that and the fault codes. He also told me that they've used some kind of device to beat cables with, and I showed him a multimeter and he said, yeah, it looked similar to that one. Now, the thing with checking cables with a multimeter, this is an okay method to use to verify that there aren't any obvious problems with the wiring, but when a cable is half broken then, the multimeter doesn't tell you if the wire can travel any current from one point to another. And that is if you use the beep method. And here where it gets interesting. If you can verify that a cable goes from only one point to another, it's easy for you to try out if the cable can hold any current or not. Usually when it comes to engine ECU wiring, cables are easy checking out with the light bulb. If you have a regular 12 volt 55 watts headlamp, that'll give you enough current to try this kind of wiring out. For those aware of something called Ohm's law, that'll give you a current about 4.5 amps. So what I did was that I disconnected the connector from the engine ECU and the connector from the big fuse box in the engine bay. Then I was able to connect my light bulb with an extra cable to try out the wiring. You can use the customer's car battery, disconnected from the rest of the car of course, or an external power source to try this out. And that's when I found the problem. One of the cables were half broken. My lamp didn't glow at all when I connected this all together. And when I pulled the broken wire, it snapped right off. So after installing a new cable between the two sources, the car fired right away. So keep this in mind, folks. It's not a bad thing to check things more than once. And don't be afraid of widening your perspective with things. What's bad, however, is to buy and replace stuff not knowing what you're doing. So if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you're into more car repairs, tool reviews and things like that with me, you should consider subscribing. Now go out to your garage, your workshop, and make an impact.